Hello everyone, welcome back to the Jazz Playground, where each week we invite all of you to dance and sing to the sounds of swing. My name is Ben and I'm here with my friend Rossen, and we've got some exciting things to show you today. For example, we have some rhythm games where you can meet our friend Nica and learn some new rhythms, and we have some solfege games where you can sing along. And we have an extra special treat today because our friend Brian will be joining us, and he's going to show us his drum set and some of his percussion instruments as well. So we're going to get started at the Jazz Playground the same way we do every week. We're going to get to sing our theme song and perhaps even dance along. But remember, if you're enjoying hanging out with us here at the Jazz Playground, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow on social media, and if you really like the performance today, you can also donate using our PayPal button. Okay, here we go. Are you ready to dance and sing along to the sounds of swing? So as many of you know, at the Jazz Playground each week we like to sing our theme song, and if you know the words, you can sing along as well. But we'd also like to invite you guys to dance along. So once we've sung the song and I played a little saxophone, I'll show you some very simple dance moves that you can use to join in. Here we go. Come and play at the Jazz Playground, there's lots for us to find. If you play with the Jazz Playground, you feed the musician inside. You feed the musician inside. Very good. Let's try our second verse. Come and play at the Jazz Playground, we will be your guides. If you play at the Jazz Playground, open up your mind. Open up your mind. Okay, now, let's see if I can incorporate some saxophone into this. Alright, and now time for some very simple dance moves. So we'll start with very simple. Since you're pleased to see us today, why don't you try giving us a wave, just like this. Wave to the Jazz Playground. 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 One more time. Wave to the Jazz Playground. Wave to the Jazz Playground. Excellent waving, everyone. Can we try a slightly different one? Perhaps you're very happy to see one, you might jump up in the air for joy. Shall we try that together? Here we go. Jump with the Jazz Playground. 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 Very good. Okay, so since we're all hanging out on screens today, phones or computers or iPads or laptops, can we try something different? Can we try peeking around the corner of our screen to say hello? We can peek with the Jazz Playground. Here we go. Peek with the Jazz Playground. 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 Excellent. Okay, let's try one more. I'm sure you guys have all tried being airplanes before by spreading your arms like this. Should we try that? Flying with the Jazz Playground? Okay, I think that's an easy one. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. Fly with the Jazz Playground. 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 Excellent, everyone. Fantastic dancing. Okay, time for us to sing our song one more time. jazz playground, you feed the musician inside. You feed the musician inside. Come and play at the jazz playground. We will be your guides. When you play at the jazz playground, you feed the musician inside. You feed the musician inside.
Hi everyone, my name is Rossen, and up next we have some rhythm games. Last week we talked about quarter notes. You guys remember the quarter notes? Can we all say quarter note? 8 notes, we also talked about the 8 notes. You guys remember the 8 notes? And the quarter note rest, when we said rest, right? So, we'll do our rhythm cards. I have about 10 of them right here that I prepared for you for today, and we'll learn how to read them. But before we do that, let's just talk about the quarter note for a second. So the quarter note has one beat, and every time we see a quarter note on our cards, on our rhythm cards, we're going to say the word cat. Okay, can we all say cat? Okay, great. And then every time we see 2 8 notes, we're going to say the word tiger. Okay, just like this tiger right here. And then every time we see the rest, the quarter note rest, we'll just say rest. Okay, each card has a repeat sign in the beginning and at the end, and it has the numbers on the bottom. These are the beats. So we're going to count to 4, and I will do each card 4 times. So I'll count to 4. I'll do the first one by myself so you can guys hear how it sounds, and then please join me for the second, the third, and the fourth time for each card. So I have about 10 of those. Let's jump right into it. Here's the first one. All right, everyone ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Cat, 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 cat. Good job. Here's the second one that I have for you guys today. Second one has a rest on beat 4. Remember, when we see the rest, we'll just say rest. Just like this, we'll whisper it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cat, 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 rest. Cat, 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 rest. Cat, 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 rest. Cat, 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 rest. Okay. I think this one is even easier. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cat, cat, rest, rest. Cat, cat, rest, rest. Cat, cat, rest, rest. Cat, cat, rest, rest. All right. Now this one's slightly trickier. Let's try that a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cat, rest. 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 If you guys have a cat at home and the cat is listening right now, the cat is probably resting, right? Because we were saying cat, rest, cat, rest. So, okay. Now the next one that I have actually has the 8 notes, and for these ones we'll say tiger, tiger. Okay, so the first 2 beats have 8 notes, and then a quarter note, which was the cat, and then a rest. So this is where it gets fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tiger, tiger, cat, rest. Tiger, tiger, cat, rest. Tiger, tiger, cat, rest. Tiger, tiger, cat, rest. All right, a couple of more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cat, cat, tiger, cat, 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 tiger, cat, 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 tiger, cat, 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 tiger, cat. Okay, this one is a little harder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tiger, cat, 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 tiger, cat. Okay, I have 3 more. This one is easy, right? So we have 3 tigers and a rest. Let's do it fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tiger, 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 rest. Tiger, 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 rest. Tiger, 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 rest. Tiger, 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 rest. For the next section of our rhythm games, we have prepared an animation with our friend Nica. Nica will be in our classroom where there's a whiteboard, and all the rhythms and notes that we discussed today will be on the board. You guys remember the quarter notes, the 8 notes, and the quarter note rest. She's going to clap every rhythm 4 times, and the rhythms will be changing, so pay close attention to the whiteboard. Also in the beginning there's going to be a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and she will start clapping. Just follow her and have fun.
One, 2, 3, 4.
So I hope you had a fun time learning some brand new rhythms with Nica today. I know last week we looked at the quarter note and the quarter note rest, but this week we also added some 8th notes. So I hope you're able to clap and join in with Nica. Very well done. So next we're going to move on to our solfege games, which we tried last time. And solfege is a way that we can get involved in playing music without the need for an instrument. But if you do play an instrument, it's an excellent way to help us understand how music works and how we can play with one another. So watch carefully as we try our solfege section. Let's see if there's some new notes added to the 3 notes that we allowed last time too. Here we go.
Do, do, re, re, do, re, re, mi, mi, do, mi, re, mi, so, do, I do, mi, re, do, so, mi, I do, re, re, mi, do, I do, so, re, mi, I know, re, do, mi, re, so, do.
Fantastic singing, everyone. So I'm glad you all got a chance to join in with our solfege games and with our rhythm games earlier as well. And we learned some new things along the way. Now, this week we have an extra special guest. Our friend Brian is going to join us, and he's going to show us his drum set and talk a little bit about playing the drums and who his favourite drummers are. Here we go. Today we have a special guest, our friend Brian. Let's give Brian a wave. Hello, Brian.
Hey everybody.
Hi, Brian.
And Brian, you have a collection of instruments to show us today, basically, that all come together to make one big instrument. But can you demonstrate your instrument for us by playing maybe a famous jazz song that some of these guys might have heard before?
I'd love to. Jazz playground, jazz playground. 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 Jazz playground, jazz playground.
Yay!
That's your theme song, right?
That's the theme song. This is awesome. Sounded really, really amazing. Which actual jazz composition is that based on?
So that's a tune called Salt Peanuts, and it's by Dizzy Gillespie, and in the original they would all shout out, Salt Peanuts, Salt Peanuts.
We've done this one at the Jazz Playground a couple of times, and it's a lot of fun.
Super cool.
But yeah, it sounded really good, and thank you so much again for joining us. Can you talk a little bit about the instrument that you have? As you have quite a few different drums there, so maybe you can kind of show us how they sound and tell us the names. And then there's another one on the backside that I'm curious what that is as well.
Sure, absolutely. So, as Ben said, it's a bunch of different instruments, the drums and percussion instruments in general, stuff that you can hit basically. And a drum set is just a collection of them put very close together, and it's almost like a whole orchestra of really high sounds and medium sounds and low sounds, and each one sounds different. And when they're close together, it's possible for one person to do one thing with their right hand, and one thing with their left hand, and one thing with their right foot, one thing with their left foot, and so on. So I'll talk a little bit about the collection of drums that I've got here in front of me. This big cymbal over here, reflecting light, is a ride cymbal. And a ride cymbal sounds like this on its own. It's got some little rivets inside, so these holes that are drilled with pieces of metal that kind of have this shimmery sound that I kind of like, very jazzy. Also in the cymbal territory, we've got these two that are on a stand connected by my foot. So my foot can go up and down and activate the cymbals like this. So I can make them really loose or really tight and so on. I can play just with my foot or in tandem with my hands and so on. And then we get to the drumland. So I've got 3 drums as part of this drum set. Right in front of me, I've got this drum that I actually built many years ago. I was interning at a woodworking shop, and they had this big piece of maple, and they had a steam room. So we steamed this piece of maple for about a month to get it really soft, and then bent it into this circle, and put some rims on. I looked up online the right measurements about how to put each piece of metal in the right place, and then stretch some drum heads over it. These things underneath are very common. They're called snares, and they're so sensitive that when I strike this side, you hear them rattling on the other side. And there's also a switch here that I could turn it off or on. So off, the drum sounds like this. And then on, you hear that little rattling. That's the snare drum. Then I've got these 2 toms. They kind of sound like this. That's the high one and the low one. Very open, very earthy kind of sounds. You could have 10 different toms. You could have 2 toms. This is a jazz kit, so it's got less toms for the sake of portability and for the sake of just, being in a small space. And then connected to my right foot, or my right foot sits on a pedal which is attached to this bass drum. It's a little hard to see from the camera, but I've got a big drum about 20 inches large called the bass drum. And that's the lowest drum in this series of drums. It sounds like this. And my neighbors love that one, because I've got a neighbor to this wall and below me right now doing some homeschooling. So that's pretty much the drum set. And then I've got some other drums. Actually, you can't really see, but I've got drums from wall to wall and above me, and a drum here. This is a drum called a conga drum. And I've got a drum from India called a pakawaj. And basically all of these could be put together to be part of a drum set.
Is there maybe a kid song that you can attempt to play on the drums?
Sure, I could try.
Some sort of a melody. I know that's a really hard one to do, but if you have one, that would be awesome.
Sure, I'll try it. I hope it's recognizable, and if not, we can talk about why it's not recognizable. And I'm going to use these brushes to play this one. And maybe I'll start with a little groove first, and then I'll play a melody that we can see if it's recognizable after that. Okay, here we go. All right, here's the melody.
Thanks so much, Brian.
Thank you.
Sounds great.
Time, guys. Great
you.
to see you both.
Hope to see you again soon at the Jazz Playground in real life as well as in this setting as well.
That would be awesome.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.
So did you all enjoy learning about the drum set and enjoy seeing some of Brian's other percussion instruments as well? So did I. Fantastic. Okay, so we're getting towards the end of our time at the Jazz Playground here for today, but don't worry, we'll be back next week with some more rhythm games, more solfege games, some more special guests, and some more musical elements for all of you. If you've enjoyed hanging out with us today, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow on social media, and of course, if you've enjoyed watching the class today, you can, of course, donate using our PayPal button as well. So we hope to see you all again very soon at the Jazz Playground. From me, from Rossen, from Brian, goodbye everyone.